Agentic commerce is a system in which AI agents autonomously discover, negotiate, and settle commercial transactions without a human countersigning each step. That is the definition. Now, here is why every major protocol shipping in 2026 gets the architecture half right and leaves the second half to chance. This is not a speculative video. By the end of the next 22 minutes, you will have a complete map of the agentic commerce stack, a clear breakdown of where every protocol stops and where your infrastructure has to begin, and a specific checklist for what a production-ready agent payment layer actually requires. Let us start at the foundation. Traditional commerce has three phases: discovery, negotiation, and settlement. In every generation of commerce before 2024, a human held the principal seat in all three phases: e-commerce, automated discovery; algorithmic pricing, automated parts of negotiation. But settlement, the moment money moves, has always required a human at the end of the chain. Agentic commerce collapses all three phases into a single autonomous loop. The agent discovers the vendor or the resource. It negotiates the terms, whether that is price, delivery window, or service tier. It executes payment. No human approval required at any step. This is architecturally new, not incrementally new, fundamentally new. The prior era of software automation assumed a human would eventually click the pay button. Agentic commerce removes the click entirely. That removal has massive downstream consequences for every piece of financial infrastructure that assumes a human is the accountable party. Let us count the implications. A human can hold a bank account. An agent cannot. A human can pass KYC. An agent cannot. A human can be a named card holder. An agent cannot. Every payment rail built before 2024 gates access on one or more of those human-only attributes, which means the moment you deploy an autonomous agent into a commercial workflow, you hit a wall that was not built to stop you. It was built before you existed. Right now, 2026, there are two protocols dominating the agentic commerce conversation: Agentic Commerce Protocol, ACP, and Agent Payments Protocol, AP2. Builders are asking what these are. Let me give you the clearest answer you will find. ACP defines how agents communicate about commerce. It covers discovery, capability advertisement, and negotiation handshake. Think of ACP as the language agents use to find each other and agree on terms. It is the diplomatic layer. AP2 goes one level lower. It defines how agents authorize and record payment intent. AP2 is the signed commitment. Agent A agrees to pay Agent B a defined amount under defined conditions. It is the contract layer. Here is what neither protocol covers: where the money lives and how it moves. AP2 specifies the authorization message. It does not specify the wallet. It does not specify the settlement network. It does not specify how an agent acquires funds, holds them across transactions, or recovers from a failed payment. The protocol ends at the signed intent. Everything after that is infrastructure the builder must supply. That is not a criticism of the protocol designers. Protocols are supposed to be unopinionated about implementation. But it means every team shipping production agentic commerce today has a gap between their AP2 implementation and an actual funded wallet that can settle in real time. The teams who close that gap first own the workflow. The teams who do not ship a prototype and call it a demo. Let me give you the numbers that make this concrete. These are not hypothetical. A typical enterprise procurement agent runs 40 to 80 workflow steps before it reaches a payment. Vendor identification, compliance checks, contract draft, term negotiation. All of that can be fully autonomous today. Step 41 or step 81 is the payment. Without native payment infrastructure, the agent parks at that step and waits for human approval. Average enterprise human approval latency for a vendor payment, 1.3 business days. That is the median across accounts payable benchmarks from 2024 and 2025. At a mid-tier inference cost of $38 per 1,000 tokens, a reasoning agent idling for 1.3 days while its context window stays warm costs between $800 and $2,200 in pure compute, depending on model size. That is before you count the opportunity cost of the workflow not completing. Now multiply that by a team running 12 agents concurrently. The cost of keeping humans in the payment loop is not philosophical. It is a line item. ACH settles in 2 to 3 business days. Swift correspondent chains add 1 to 5 additional days and 3 to 7 intermediary fees. A $340 contractor invoice routed through a traditional bank can cost $28 in fees and 4 days in float. USDC on Hedera settles in 3 to 5 seconds at near zero cost. The arithmetic is not subtle, and cross-border is where the gap becomes a chasm. An agent paying a supplier across borders through